All right, so this is a little video on the two bench types that I've bought from Amazon over the years. Way back when COVID started and the gym started closing, I had to expand my emergency backup weight set to actually have a squat rack and a bench and stuff so I could do all my exercises. So this is the first one I got. This is a Marcy bench. It was the cheapest bench on Amazon at the time that had a 600-pound weight capacity. Everything cheaper than that could only support 400 pounds or less, which includes the user and the weights they're using. So if you're 220 like me, that means you'd only be able to use 180 pounds or less on your work sets, and that just wasn't enough for my needs. I really liked it. It worked really good, and the only reason I got rid of it is because we moved from Maui to Texas, and I didn't want to lug a bunch of stuff around with me, but I really liked it and I didn't want to get rid of it. We moved to Texas, and this was the cheapest bench on Amazon at the time that had a 600-pound weight capacity or better. And when we had done the move, I hadn't gotten a job yet. Finances were reasonably tight, and this was $60 at the time, and the Marcy had gone up to over 80, and so I had to save $20, and I took this. Now, I work here at the center now, my finances are better, and I'm training people all the time. And Black Friday came, and this was down to $60, so I repurchased it because I just liked it so much, and it was so much better than this bench in three major ways. The first is that it's the regular standard height. Most benches are reasonably short, so you can really plant your feet and get good leg drive. This one is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches taller. And even though I'm 6'1", I barely can get my feet flat when I'm on this bench. I can use this bench, but if it was any taller, my heels probably wouldn't be on the ground. You just feel like your legs are so planted and so stable when you're on this regular height bench. So that's one major asset for this Marcy bench here. The second one is this Marcy one is significantly wider. It's at least 1 inch wider on both sides. It's about 2 inches to maybe even 2.5 inches wider overall, and that may not seem like a big difference, but it really feels like a big difference. This really braces your back and supports you. This one, even though it's such a small difference, feels like you're benching off a balance beam. It's like you can do it, but it does not feel anywhere near as stable. And then the third major thing that I like about this Marcy is it's really stable feeling. It's just real braced and solid. This one feels a little rickety, kind of wobbles. And with it being a little less like stable and more wobbly, and at the same time being more narrow, it really kind of rocks people. Like a lot of my clients, they don't look real braced or stable. So I wanted to get them on this again because I wanted them to have a better user experience. So even though under normal circumstances, this one is $20 or more than this one cost, it is very much worth it if you have the money to pay that difference, which isn't a big difference to some people, but I know some people have very tight finances. But I would definitely recommend spending a little extra for this Marcy bunch if you have the money, because it's much better. That's all I really wanted to say. Just give people some heads up on how much better this bench is than that bench.